We are back at it again. You see my friend is Hayes. Hayes sounds what they call me. Let's just straight into it. Prince, 1985 MTV News interview. His very first interview, televised interview, November 13th, 1985. With that being said, sorry for the audio. It's a little bit like noise, static. But with that being said, let's go.
You're about to see Prince in his first interview for television. Now, he took a stab at being interviewed in print a few months ago, but this is the first time Prince has ever agreed to talk in front of cameras. The questions were provided by MTV's news department, and the person you'll hear asking them, at Prince's request, is his manager, Steve Fargnoli. Now, Prince is not alone here. The interview was shot at the filming of his new video, America, and the people that you're going to see with him are extras from the video. For the first time on television, this is Prince.
Wow, this had to be a trip.
One thing I'd like to say is that I don't live in a prison, and I'm not afraid of anything. I haven't built any walls around myself. I'm just like anyone else. I need love and water, and I don't really consider myself a superstar. I live in a small town and I always will, because I can walk around and be me. And that's all I want to be. That's all I ever tried to be. I didn't know what was going to happen. I just tried to do my best. And if somebody dug it, then...
Bro, I don't know. Am I the only one? I was like entranced. Like I was frozen. Like, yo, for that to be his first words of a televised interview, he'd be like, I just want to be a person. I just want to be loved, water. I'm like, what else, Prince? What else do you want, Prince? Like, it's just like, yo, man, that had to be a trip. Like, he's been out since like 78, 79, because it's weird, him and MJ literally had the same trajectory. So he been out like 6-7 years, ain't done one interview, and then that's the first words he says. It's like, oh my God, this bro is really different. Talking about, I'm not different, I'm like everyone else. No, you're not, Prince. That's what makes you Prince, that you're not like everyone else. Man, I was sucked in. I was like, oh.
James Brown played a big influence on my style.
Yep, okay.
When I was about 10 years old, my stepdad put me on the stage with him, and I danced a little bit until the bodyguard took me off. The reason why I like James Brown so much is on my way backstage, on my way out, I saw some of the finest dancing girls I've ever seen in my life. And I think in that respect, he influenced me by his control over his group, his dancing girls, his apples, and his oranges.
In the Rolling Stone interview, you said you were surprised by so many people comparing you to Hendrix when you play guitar.
A lot had to do with like I say, the color of my skin. And that's not where it's at all. It really isn't. Hendrix was very good, but there'll never be another one like him. And it would be a pity to try.
Yeah.
I strive for originality in my work, and hopefully it'll be perceived that way.
Some people have criticized.
Wow. I'm loving the interview so far. Like I'm so used to watching interviews now where it's not about the music. At least back in the day, it looks like they just cared about the music. man, that's a lot of people to have around you to do an interview. Like that, either that tells me he felt so not comfortable doing a one-on-one interview that he needed his entire entourage around him, or he wanted to give them light by allowing them to be on camera. Maybe it's both, but that's a lot of people to have around you to where they're saying nothing, like silent. And I think he also feels like he's thinking a little bit too much, you know. Not that I don't like his answers, but it feels like he's trying not to say the wrong thing. Also, it feels like when there's long pauses, like, or maybe he's just a very well, you know, Prince is very introspective. Maybe that's just who he is.
You for selling out to the white rock audience with Purple Rain and leaving your black listeners behind.
Really?
How do you respond to that?
Oh,
What?
Come on.
That was a thing?
Cufflinks like this cost money, okay? Let's be frank. Can we be frank?
Be frank.
If we can't be nothing else, we might as well be frank, okay? So, seriously, I was brought up in a black and white world. And yes, black and white, night and day, rich and poor, black and white. And I listened to all kinds of music when I was young. And when I was younger, I always said that one day I was going to play all kinds of music and not be judged for the color of my skin, but the quality of my work. And hopefully that will continue. I think there are a lot of people out there that understand this because they support me and my habits, and I support them and theirs.
Like, you gotta let me know, was that really a thing to where people thought he's like sold out because he did Purple Rain? I don't think I've ever heard that. So let me know if that was a thing or not. But I do find it funny that it's only with black artists to when they do something that's not within a certain box that all of a sudden now we're selling out. I do find it to be interesting. They try to do it with Michael too, or they do it with anybody that when a black artist like goes pop or goes does rock. It's like, you do realize we created most of these genres, right? Like rock and roll, all these genres, we created most of these genres, right? You do realize that. We're just going back to home base if we are going that route, right? So I do find it to be interesting. And maybe that was a thing. I think just like Michael, I'm going to try not to say Michael anymore in this interview. This is about Prince. But Prince is an enigma of himself. He's his own thing. Like, if you listen to him in 78, do me, baby, like it never done before. It sounds nothing like his later works. Like, he's always, like he says, he's always trying to be original, do different things. His ad-libs, he's like doing multi-tracks, different ranges and stuff. Like, Prince was on it. He is different from anything we've seen, bro. So I think that's such a bogus stance to have, that he was selling out. Like, who sold out to who? The white folk? No, I'm not going. No.
Someone in Minneapolis recently told us that several months ago they were in a studio there when David Rifkin, your sound engineer, walked in. They asked him what he thought of the new Prince album, Around the World in a Day. He said, "It's great, but wait till you hear the new album." Apparently, he meant that you're already working on a new LP ready to go, and that this one was a strong return to your funk roots. Is this true? Can you elaborate? What will it be called? When is it due out? And what's the music like?
Damn, you got a new
Don't
album
you like
yet.
surprises? Guess not. It is true, I record very fast. It goes even quicker now that
We've heard.
the girls help me. The girls mean Wendy and Lisa, not these girls. I don't really think I left my funk roots to begin with, anywhere along the line. Around the World in a Day is a funky album. Live, it's even funkier. I wanted this album to be listened to and judged, critiqued, listened to as a whole. It's hard to take a trip and go around the block and stop when the trip is 400 miles. Dig?
Dig?
Wait. I didn't write Purple Rain. Someone else did. And it was a story, a fictional story, and it should be perceived that way, and nothing else. Violence is something that happens in everyday life, and we were only telling a story. And I wish it was looked at that way, but I don't think anything we did was unnecessary.
So how was Purple Rain perceived when it came out? The movie, right? He's talking about the movie, like he didn't write Purple Rain. He's just telling a story. So how was it perceived, right? Because I can't go back in time and like and see reviews of it. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought it was too provocative, or they might not understand it to fully. So I'm really curious how people perceive Purple Rain. From the outside looking in, I ain't gonna hold you. Prince's character was such a jerk. Like looking back on it, I'm like, man, his character is a jerk. But looking at his household and what happened, I'm like, okay, I can see that. And he's trying to not be his father, but yet he turns into his father, beats up his girl, and it's like, damn, the cycle continues, right? And then his father kills, I think did he kill himself? Or did he go to the hospital? I can't remember. But it's like, man, I think it's a very solid story. It has some hiccups here and there, but I thought it was a very solid movie. You can check out my watch along. I don't know how much of it is on YouTube because I think it got blocked. So, or just go to my Patreon, Hey Soundwaves, to watch the full movie reaction or watch along I did. But I thought the movie was really good. So I wonder how people perceived it though. But it probably didn't get good reviews. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Sometimes for the sake of humor, we may have went overboard, and if that was the case, then I'm sorry, but
apologize?
it was not the intention.
Morris Day.
There was no one that could wreck a house like they could. And I was a bit troubled by their demise, but like I said before, it's important that one's happy, first and foremost.
Take a look out your window. We know you gave Andre Simone the song Dance Electric for his new album. And we know that you two had some kind of falling out a few years back. When and how did you patch things up?
I saw him in a discotheque one night, and I grabbed him by his shirt and I said, come on, get this hit. You know I got this hit, don't you? Dance Electric? Spunky. You need it. You need that. Don't, hey, come here. Don't you play. Hey. No, you're not crazy. I'm crazy. I'm the one that's crazy. Okay? What you gonna do? You gonna come by? For real? I mean, you ain't mad or nothing? So what? Yeah, tomorrow. Noon? Cool.
Yo, Prince is such a character, dog. I love it because it's almost like what my man on the Moon, that Jim Carrey did. What my man name? Man on the Moon. It almost feels like he's playing a character within a character. Oh, what was the Man on the Moon? What was the name that was about that did Taxi? What my man name? Andy Kaufman. There you go. It almost feels kind of Andy Kaufman-ish, right? To where it's like you don't know what to believe, not what to believe. Like if he's joking, not joking, right? He's fooling around, but it's just like it feels like he's playing around with us as the audience, to just fooling around. Like, oh yeah, we had a conversation, and he plays out the conversation like he's having it right now. It's just like, yo, that's funny. I've grabbed him by the collar. I say, we need this hit. You know what he need this hit. Yeah, come on, get this hit. Like, it's just like, yo, what? Yo, man, Prince is a trip, bro.
On directing myself, I consult Steven, my manager. On directing other Paisley Park artists, I consult the artists first and foremost.
I guess that copyright got y'all. I can't play the music. That's a interesting green screen.
I direct mainly for our acts, go for the different, the out of the norm, the avant-purple, so to speak. And the thing that's unique about the situation that I'm in now with these people is that they all know who they are, and they agree with me when we say one thing, that our record label and all our acts, the music that we produce is an alternative. And if someone wants to go along for that ride, then cool.
When the time does come where you have to turn around and use your influence, a lot of people have already willingly done that, and that upset me that he didn't. It's just disappointment, from one person to another, that he wasn't there when he was asked to be, sort of why, you feel, what a jerk. But, I would like to ask that same jerk to please maybe get in contact with Ken Cragen and donate one of his tracks for this album, because millions of people love him, and millions of people would like to hear him, and he doesn't owe a responsibility to anybody, but he does owe it to everybody.
We had talked to the people.
Ooh, I'm going to love to hear his response for not doing We Are the World. I ain't going to lie to you. I really feel the way about that. Like, understand him being antisocial. I get, trust me. As someone who's an antisocial extrovert, I get it. And wanting to do his own thing, and I get it. But sometimes you got to look outward, and it's not about you. It's about what the message is, what the purpose of it is. Yeah, so but at the same time, you can't call somebody a jerk and then expect them to do a song for you. Unless you're like Quincy Jones or something. Yeah, I wonder what his response is going to be.
But he does owe it to everybody.
We had talked to the people that were doing the USA for Africa. And they said it was cool that I gave up a song for the album, which was the best thing for both of us, I think. I'm strongest in a situation where I'm surrounded by people I know. I met all these folks today. Ain't that right? Right. See? So, it's better that I did it that way, the music, than going down and participating there. I probably would have just clammed up with so many great people in the room. I'm an admirer of all people who participated in that particular outing, and I don't want there to be any hard feelings.
Okay, so yeah, basically what he's saying, he's just saying that, you know, if he were to do a song, that it would have to be around his people to where you can get his best artistry. I understand that. I get it. Like I said, we know that Prince is very shy, antisocial at times. I get that, and he admitted that I might have been too nervous or anxious to give my best around all these talented people. I get that. I understand it. I still wish you would have did the record. You still could have did the bad record. Well, you know, it is what it is.
Would you ever like to direct your own movie?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Speaking of movies, tell us as much as you can about Under the Cherry Moon. What's the plot? What kind of characters?
I still gotta watch that. We're probably gonna try to do it sometime this week. We're gonna try to do it. I never make a promise that I can't keep. Shout out to Drew Hill.
What kind of music? How many songs? What can we expect?
It's a French film. And,
Ooh, my bad.
it's a black and white French film. And, she's in it.
Watch you. She's in it.
And, her name's Emmanuel. That's your name. That's her name. What?
Where's the hole at?
What? Wait. Rome.
Yeah.
Come here, man. This is Jerome Benton.
Voilà.
And,
Enchanté.
this is our landlord. We live together.
Yes, we live together. How much for the hat?
$3 million. I got it in a divorce settlement.
I'll set up for that. Get out. Okay, cool. I'm raising the rent.
Yeah, so okay, but I said ooh because I just remembered something that I wanted to do that I completely forgot. I'll get to that at the end, but let's finish this Prince interview.
She could explain the film better. You explain the film. To that camera. That's
That
pretty
one.
Ok. C'est un très beau film noir et blanc et avec plein de
Full of fantastic
personnages
characters.
fantastiques. L'histoire
It's a story of a
d'un
pianist named
pianiste qui s'appelle
Christopher
Christopher et d'une jeune
and a
fille très
very,
très
very
riche
rich girl
qui
named
s'appelle Mary
Mary
Sharon.
Sharon.
Et puis
They fall in love.
ils tombent amoureux l'un de l'autre. Et puis là-dedans, moi je suis une fille complètement
In the
folle avec
film,
des
I am a
couettes, des
completely crazy girl
mini-jupes.
with pigtails and
Et je
miniskirts,
suis la
and I am the
concierge.
concierge.
Voilà, c'est tout. That's it.
That's
Thank
it.
you. That was
Okay,
excellent.
I'll go get your Cadillac, okay?
Cadillac.
Cadillac.
No.
I don't drive no Cadillac, all right? I used to, but I don't anymore. Paisley Park is an alternative. I'm not saying it's greater or better. It's just something else. It's multicolored. And it's very fun. I believe in God. There's only one God. And I believe in the afterworld. And hopefully, we'll all see it. Been accused of a lot of things contrary to this. And I just want people to know that I'm very sincere in my
Recorded. So this was recorded October. Oh, so it was recorded October 27, 1985 in Paris. Ooh, fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Okay. So yeah, that is Prince, y'all. Real quick. Let me do a video. Let me get to a video. I want to see what the comments say. I'm curious to see what people think about this. Yeah, let me get to this one. The audio was not as good, so I couldn't record. I didn't want to record this one. I wonder what people think of this. Let's see. Young Prince said he would never leave Minneapolis, and he kept his word. Yeah, so I want to get to that. That I wonder if Prince. I wonder if Prince, as a celebrity, all of them go through not being able to move around like they want to, but I feel like Prince is one of those artists to where he doesn't get the mob of people like the other said artists I said I was not going to name gets. Yeah, he's a very talented soul. Many people on earth are privileged to have an amazing gift. Not too many people on earth are privileged to have an amazing gift. Yeah, those eyes, like every time the camera zoom in, he just look at you like, it's like, what are you thinking about, Prince? He is one of the most beautiful men that ever lived, inside and out. Prince was so shy, lovely, and soft-spoken. Sleep in peace, sweet Prince. Yeah, it's like, I love the stuff that we don't even know what they're talking about. Like, I'll raise your rent, a Cadillac. I don't drive no Cadillac. I love that we don't know what they're talking about. I love that. Like, just like, man, a bunch of like inside jokes and stuff. I love that. Yeah, Prince is such an enigma, bro. The fact that he was his very first interview really says something. That he really cherished his privacy, and he wanted to make sure that his interview couldn't be construed into something or try to make it be something that it wasn't. But yeah, one of a kind for sure. But the reason why I oohed was, should I give it away now or should I wait to just upload it? You know, I might go live and do it. Something I've been meaning to do for a minute. I haven't done yet. I think I might. I might go live. I want to see if I can go live and do it. It's something I want to react to. So that's why I oohed. But I'm not going to tell y'all. You just have to wait. Or phone home. This is the only tease I'm gonna do. Only Easter egg I'm gonna give. But yeah, shout out to Prince. Shout out to one of the greatest artists to ever live. It's amazing how shy. It's amazing how some of these artists are so shy, man. It's interesting. They can get in front of thousands of. He's trying to creep up. Be in front of thousands of people, sell millions of records, and still be shy. It's funny. But like, comment, subscribe, share other things. Ain't gotta go home. You gotta get a step in. Peace.
I know gold is not in her. She's a